and Crossbones.
Simple, shallow, but loads of fun. No, I'm not describing the many girls I knew in college, but rather Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time Reshelled, which is an HD remake of the beloved 1991 arcade and Super Nintendo classic. I loved arcade brawlers back in the day, and you know what has changed since then? Nothing. I still love them. And Turtles in Time was one of the best. Get a friend and hit the streets as one of the 4 Ninja Turtles. I was always a fan of Michelangelo, because I always thought that David was the greatest feats of mankind, and because he said dude all the time and was cool. So this game has a lot to live up to. The game does look really nice, all dressed up in its HD clothes. The turtles look just like the cartoon, and the environments really bring you in. The plot, if it really matters, is that Shredder has stolen the Statue of Liberty, and it's up to the Turtles to get it back. The original was a beat 'em up to the highest extent. You move to the right, you mash buttons, and beat up the bad guys. So what has changed in the game besides the HD polish? Not a whole lot. Which is great, and not so great. I personally am an old school gamer, and I don't really need high production values or polished cutscenes or multiple game modes to really get into and enjoy a game. So this game is more designed for people like me, who want to go down nostalgia lane instead of the mass public. There is not much here in terms of game modes or gameplay. The gameplay has you picking one of the Ninja Turtles and moving him through the levels. You move to the right and you mash buttons. You attack with square, you jump with X, and that's about it. It is simple, but also as complex as it needs to be. There are special moves you can perform, such as throwing your enemy towards the screen and grabbing him and tossing him against the ground. But these are afterthoughts. You will mostly be tapping the attack button all game long. At the end of the stage, you encounter a boss, whose difficulty ranges from Paris Hilton easy to controller smashing frustrating. The best part is the game supports up to 4 players at once, either local or online, and this is the way I recommend playing the game. While it is still fun to go through by yourself, nothing compares to beat 'em ups with a friend. I'll be honest, it is a little disappointing in terms of game modes. There is your story mode that has you trying to defeat Shredder, your quick play mode, which is just the story mode, but you get to pick what level you go into, and also survival mode, which is seeing how far you can go on one life. The modes are a little lacking. It would be nice to see some unlocks, like the original Super Nintendo Turtles in Time, but what are you gonna do? The game is fun for what it is. When you download Turtles in Time Reshelled, you know what you're getting into. A solid and fun brawler that lets you play as a turtle. The game is not the deepest game out there, but if you're just looking for something fun that is great to pick up and play a little bit of multiplayer, then you can't do much better. The game was fun 20 years ago, and I'm willing to bet it's going to be fun in another 20 years.
Yeah.